Okay, looks like we're back. Sorry about that, people, but we're back. We're back live again. As I was just saying, I decided to do a Valentine's Day healing. Hi, Tammy. Welcome. Welcome. Just had the feeling to get on and do a Valentine's Day healing, which is, as I was saying, very different to the last healing that I did live, which was with the mantis beings. So the mantis beings were the extraterrestrial beings that we brought in during the last live. That was very exciting. And tonight, I feel like we will be working with the Ascended Masters. But as I go along during the evening, I'll work out I'll get guided and get told what Ascendant Masters will be working with. So welcome everybody. I hope you are all having a happy Valentine's Day. Um, Susan, are you welcome? Susan, are you saying you shared the mantis beings? Is that what you mean? I shared. Um, Yes, it ended up being really good. I was happy with the results of that, and the healing that came with it was still very good. And I've had quite a few good comments, and so I was happy with that. I might bring those mantis beings in again at another stage because I really enjoyed working with them. But tonight's all about Valentine's Day and love, and I feel like we'll be working with the Ascended Masters just to bring some healing for us. Are you sharing tonight's? Thank you very much, Susan. So we're working with the Ascended Masters tonight for a healing for us for Valentine's Day because the energy is very good with love today. Hi, Michelle. Happy Valentine's Day to you and everyone else. Thanks for joining us. And so I'll get started. It won't be a real long live tonight, although I say that, I'll just do it until the healing's complete. I'm thinking about probably hopefully get finished in under an hour. But okay, for the first start, we're going to actually begin to connect with some Ascended Masters. Now, of course, Ascended Masters are beings that have been on the earth. They've been on the earth, they've had earth lives, and they've obviously ascended to another level, and they are here to help us as well. So it's a more direct kind of human energy, but they still have a great understanding of us and know very well how to help us. So one of the most, I guess, well known, well, not particularly, but in my I guess in my life, Jesus is the most well-known Ascendant Master, but there also are very many others like Krishna, Buddha. There's quite a few others that they call Ascendant Masters. I'm actually a bit hot. It's got quite hot here today, so I've got the air conditioner going. So what we might do is, I feel like we're going to connect with each Ascendant Master one by one and just see what energy you get as we bring these Ascendant Masters in. I've got a few photos, well, not photos, actually, I've got a deck of cards and some drawings here of Ascendant Masters, and the only reason that I'll show those is to help us with the connection. So I guess if you're not really a religious person, then some of the Ascendant Masters, you can have this like preconceived idea of what they do or what their energy's about, but just have a little bit of a tune in when we bring them in, just to see how you feel with each one. So let me see who I'm going with first. And interestingly enough, I've got this deck of cards here. It's an old deck of cards from Doreen Virtue, who actually isn't doing any sort of card work anymore. She's taken all the names off cards, but I've still got the cards, so I still go with those to help us to tune into various Ascendant Masters. And the first one that I'm actually getting is, I'm just going through to see if I can find a photo of a card or a picture of this first Ascendant Master. And it's the one that I'm getting to work with is actually Mary Magdalene. Now, Mary Magdalene is actually very powerful, and she's taken actually a position on what we might call a higher level council. So she's actually ascended, even though she's said to, I guess, I don't know if she actually ascended so much from the earth, Mary Magdalene, but she is gone into a stage of ascension since she's crossed. So she's done a lot of work on the other side and has taken like position on one of the high karmic boards or high level councils, not the intergalactic councils because they're a little different, although they can all be connected. Anyway, Mary Magdalene's come in and she wants to offer us some very high powered healing, knowing that she's actually a higher level now than she was previously, as she has got connections to Atlantis, she's saying. So that's very interesting. So that's where I might start off for us all this evening, to bring in some healing from the Mary Magdalene. And I have got some crystals here that I feel is, just one sec, I'm going to bring a crystal over for us. So I've got this crystal here, and this crystal is actually going to help us to tune into the energy of Mary Magdalene. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring the healing energy of Mary Magdalene. I have got a deck of cards with her in it, but I just can't quite think of which one it is, so I don't have a picture to show you. Although this is a clear quartz, and it's just going to help to magnify this energy that Mary Magdalene's sending for us at this moment, particularly for healing around love, keeping yourself in balance, that sort of thing during this time of awakening. Now, I'm not aware of everything that Mary Magdalene done in the Bible. I'm not referring to any sort of Christian teachings or anything. I'm just going by what I'm being told, and I'm not connected to any Christian teachings or any religion. I'm just channeling and asking my guides what sort of healing they can bring, and they present me with different beings. And tonight, I was told to work with the Ascendant Masters for everybody. And the first Ascendant Master that's coming through is Mary Magdalene. She may have done most of her ascension after she'd crossed over, but she's now taking a seat on what they call one of the high councils. So she's actually offering us some beautiful rays of energy now. And to help accept this ray of light, I'm channeling it. I'm helping you to accept it by filtering it through, well, not filtering it, magnifying it through this crystal. So if you would like to accept this healing energy from the Lady Mary Magdalene, just ask your, as I said, higher self to prepare. Hi, Ainsley, welcome. We're just getting some energy from Mary Magdalene. The first step is always, as I do, ask your higher self to help you to accept the healing energy from Mary Magdalene. And that's coming through now for everybody. Free will and choice to accept this healing energy, healing light from Mary Magdalene. I ask my higher self to help me to accept the healing energy from the Mary Magdalene. Really, it would be coming straight to you, like I'm telling you what we can accept right at this moment. And it's just a matter of sometimes of saying the affirmations to allow it to come through. Free will and choice to accept the healing energy, healing light from the Mary Magdalene. And if you can just imagine, she's kind of, her energy's quite high. Ask your higher self to help you to accept it. Free will and choice to accept the healing energies of the Lady Mary Magdalene, who I've said a couple of times is a member of a high-level council now. She's done a lot of ascension work on the other side, and she's able to bring us quite a beautiful high-powered energy tonight. I asked my guides for something for us for Valentine's Day. They suggested we work with the Ascendant Masters, and the first one that's coming through tonight is Mary Magdalene. I ask that we're beautifully safe and protected as well while we're receiving these energies. If it's for the highest good in love and light, I ask that we all receive beautiful healing or transmission of energy from the Lady, from Mary Magdalene. The crystal's just kind of helping us to accept the energy or directing a little bit. And that will be nice. That will be the first one for us for this evening. So very exciting. Oh no, I still feel it coming through. Release any blocks or fears at the moment that we may have, blocks, fears, or restrictions to accepting the healing energy from Mary Magdalene. I nearly said Lady Mary, but it's Mary Magdalene. I accept my truth and power as well, part of the energy that's coming through. I ask my higher self to help me to accept the energy that's coming through. Very good. Now, we're going to move through. Oh, that's good, Susan. A lovely energy. Very different from the last live, isn't it? Where we were working with the mantis. I really enjoyed the mantis. I'm so glad I actually went in and bought them in the other day. But here we go. We've got a completely different and new energy vibration working with the Ascendant Masters. And that was the first one, which was Mary Magdalene. We're going to move on to another Ascendant Master. And tonight we'll probably do a few and that will be our healing for Valentine's Day. So the next one I'm hearing is actually Saint-Germain. Now, I'm sure there's a card here of Saint-Germain, and the only reason I'm pulling a card out is just to help us to tap into the energy. You may not even need a card. It's only that the picture sometimes helps you to, and I hope I have one here. I'm sure I've got a picture of Saint-Germain. I do have one of Mary Magdalene somewhere. I just can't think of where I've put it for now, but it doesn't matter because we've already accepted the energy quite well. So very well done, everybody, accepting that first energy from Mary Magdalene. Now, this is Saint-Germain. There's a little picture. Oh, can't see that really well, can we? That's Saint-Germain there. He often has these geometric shaped cubes that he does his healing with. Now, I had started working with Saint-Germain many years ago when I was introduced to Saint-Germain. And he has quite an interesting healing energy that he works with what we call the violet flame or violet fire. And that has the power to transmute any negative energies, into light, any karma that you may have, any karmic energies that you may feel you have or negative energies. The violet flame, you can ask to actually transmute it all into the violet flame. So we're going to work with Saint-Germain in a moment. Going back just now for a moment to Mary Magdalene that we were just working with, if you feel you have any emotions arise from working with any of these Ascendant Masters or accepting the energies, I often call in, now I've got these decks of cards just to help us tap into the energy, the Archangel Raphael. Now I'm not picking a card, I'm just getting you connected to the Archangel Raphael to heal any, it's like if we're feeling a little bit emotional or something due to receiving these healings tonight, we can actually call in the Archangel Raphael to help balance and accept the energy and all that sort of thing, just to keep us in balance and alignment while we're accepting these powerful energies, because it can build and build and build and get more powerful. And just to help it so it sort of syncs very well with our life, we can ask our higher self and the Archangel Raphael to help us accept the energy and process the emotions and all that sort of thing. So the next one is Lord Saint-Germain. And Lord Saint-Germain, we're working with the violet flame to transmute any negative energy. See, I'm hearing fear blocks at the moment, so that's okay. It may be a little bit me too, I don't know. So let's ask to remove any fear blocks that we may have, to inviting and allowing the healing from the Ascendant Masters this evening. So it's our free will and choice to allow ourselves to release any blocks or fears or boundaries that we may have set up to blocking the energy from the Ascendant Masters this evening. Sometimes when we don't fully understand what they do and how they can help us, we can sometimes restrict it, and that's okay, because it's often until we understand and have worked with that particular Ascendant Master a little bit that we can accept the energies more and more. But just at the moment, I'm just hearing a few blocks and restrictions that we may have. So what I'm going to say once again is I release any blocks or restrictions into helping, blocks and restrictions that we may have to accepting the healing from the Ascendant Masters this evening. First one was Mary Magdalene. That's coming through very well now. The second one is Saint-Germain with the violet flame. Free will and choice to release any fears of accepting the transmission of energy with Lord Saint-Germain of the violet flame. Now what he's going to do, he's going to send the violet flame straight into our hearts this evening. I believe the violet flame can go all over, like you can transmit any negativity or fear or karmic energies, any held within any part of your body. But tonight he's sending a special transmission to our heart. I guess it's obviously because it's Valentine's Day. So I would say you could ask Saint-Germain to transmute any fear or negativity with the violet flame. That's fine. But tonight, let's stick to what... I'm going to stick to what they're telling me, and they're telling me to accept the violet flame transmission, the transmission of light of the violet flame, the transmission of the violet flame into your heart. So working with Lord Saint-Germain, I accept the violet flame into my heart. It's my free will and choice to accept the transmission of energy of the violet flame of Lord Saint-Germain into my heart. I guess you could just say, I accept the violet flame into my heart. I accept the power of the violet flame into my heart. I feel like it's clearing any blocks or restrictions, but we can just say, I accept the energy of the violet flame into my heart. I ask my higher self to help me to accept the violet flame into my heart, or the violet fire. Now, it's not meant to be, I guess it's a fire as if it's transmuting all the negativity. So it's not meant to burn you or anything, nothing like that at all. It's actually like a purity flame, that sort of thing, where it purifies the energy and clears out negativity and blocks and karma. I accept the transmission of the violet flame into my heart. Now, I used to always use the violet flame to transmute karma and negative energies and fear blocks, and I would ask that on 4 levels. So just quickly, they're not really saying to do this, but this is how I usually do it. I ask the violet flame to clear these 4 particular levels, and the 4 levels I used to work with the violet flame. I ask the violet flame to transmute fear and negativity on the physical level. And then I'd go, I ask the violet flame to clear and transmute any negativity on the astral level. I asked the violet flame, I think it was emotional too. It was physical, emotional, astral, etheric. And I used to, when working with the violet flame, I'd ask for the clearing on those 4 levels. So I'll just take you through that quickly. As I've already said, I ask the violet flame to transmute any negativity or karma on the physical level. I ask the violet flame to transmute any karma or negativity on the emotional level. I'm sure it was these 4 levels. Yeah, let's say that anyway. It'll still work. I ask the violet flame to transmute any karma or negativity on the emotional level. I ask the violet flame to transmute any karma or negativity on the astral level. I ask the violet flame of Lord Saint-Germain to transmute any negativity or karma on the etheric level. Now that's a very important one, and one that we often miss. We often miss clearing actually both the astral and etheric, and we often ask for our negativity and our karma to be cleared on the physical, but we don't go to the other levels, and it often feels like it comes back, and I kind of guess it does come back, but always check when you're working with the violet flame and other healing tools as well, that you sometimes need to check these 4 levels, that something that you're working on is clearing on these 4 levels. I feel like I want to do it just quickly again, because it is a really good one to work with, and something that I often forget myself to check. So if you're clearing a block, do check with the violet flame and clear it with the violet flame and clear it on these 4 levels. Let's just quickly go through that again. Working with Lord Saint-Germain, I ask transmission of the violet flame to clear any blocks or karma on my physical level. I ask the violet flame of Lord Saint-Germain to clear any blocks on my emotional level. I ask the violet flame of Lord Saint-Germain to clear any blocks on my astral level. Very important, astral and etheric, for clearing blocks, and something that we often forget to check. Well, you might, but sometimes I do. Astral level. And the 4th one is I ask the violet flame of Lord Saint-Germain to transmute any negativity or karma on my etheric level. Very important. Hi, Leanne. Thanks for joining us. We're just doing some healing with the Ascendant Masters. So working with those 4 levels is particularly good for when you're working with the violet flame and transmuting any karma or negativity. But tonight, what Saint-Germain was offering was a violet flame in our heart. I believe it's going to clear out any fear or blocks within our heart chakra, especially around love and relationships and anything to do with the heart chakra. So that's his gift for us this evening. Let's just do a check that we've accepted that. So I accept the violet flame in my heart chakra. That would be enough. Just want to check that you've asked for that as well. It's my free will and choice to accept the violet flame in my heart chakra. Now we've had the healing from Mary Magdalene. We've had the healing from the Ascendant Master Saint-Germain with the violet flame in our heart chakra. If you're feeling if you need any extra help to accept it, or feeling you need a little bit of balancing or something, just ask your higher self to keep you in balance while you're accepting these energies. You can also call on the Archangel Raphael, and I feel Archangel Raphael also helps us to keep in balance while we're accepting these energies. So sometimes they can come through quite powerfully, and we want the powerful healing, but we have to make sure that we're integrating and accepting the powerful healings at a level that's not going to kind of knock us off our, keep us in balance while we're accepting them. So there we go. There's the first 2. Mary Magdalene, Lord Saint-Germain. Let's see what else we're working with. Okay, they said we haven't quite finished with the violet flame. So let's just give ourselves a minute or so to accept the energies of the violet flame. I accept the violet flame to cleanse my physical. I'm just doing it quickly, recapping it quickly. Violet flame through the physical, violet flame through the emotional, to clear each level, violet flame through the etheric, violet flame through the astral, and then etheric. The etheric's the outer layer. So it's a transmuting flame. It's not like a fire coming through you, but it kind of is in a way, but it's a purity flame to let go of any blocks, restrictions, fear, negativity, and especially karma. If you're having a particular problem in an area of your life, always try the violet flame, because it can be very effective. It did take me a few months actually before I actually began to feel the energy of the violet flame. I used to feel like it wasn't doing anything, but it actually just takes you a while sometimes to tune into the different energies of these masters. So do try working with the violet flame. It's a very important one for these times. And you can ask for the energy to be turned up if you feel you need it. That's okay too. You'll know if you're overdoing it because you might just feel like that. You feel like you're overdoing it and taking on too much. We're not quite finished with Saint-Germain. Let's just say it's our free will and choice to accept the violet flame through our 4 levels. And particularly he's giving us a gift of the violet flame within our heart chakra. You can ask the violet flame to clear past lives if you feel like you'd like to. Let's just try that. I ask the past lives is, you can just say, I ask the violet flame to clear any negativity that I've accumulated or experiencing as a result of past lives. I'm feeling like we needed that. Yeah. I ask, this is on behalf of everybody, I ask the violet flame of Saint-Germain to clear any negativity from past lives that we may be experiencing that are affecting our life right now. That's what we needed. Isn't that interesting? They must have just wanted me to throw that in. Now we're moving on. Let's see who else we've got coming forward. For Valentine's Day, we're actually working with the Ascendant Masters. The first one, as I said, was, if you've just joined us, the first one was Mary Magdalene. The second one was Saint-Germain, who gave us quite a big healing. Now we're moving on to another one. I'm hearing the Doctor Angel, and to me, the Doctor Angel is Archangel Raphael, who I've already mentioned. Do we have to do some more work with Raphael? And I often call in Raphael when we're accepting these high-powered energies just to help us integrate it. We may need a separate healing from Raphael. Raphael is who I call the Doctor Angel because he helps you heal any health concerns. Let's just ask Raphael while he's here as well to heal any health concerns that you may have, or to help to heal. Always do consult your normal doctor, but this is just meant to help and enhance our healing. I ask the Archangel Raphael to help us to heal any health concerns. And sometimes your healing, well, often the healing means that you do have to go to the doctor and do what they say. There's nothing wrong with that, but we've got to take everything with our healing. I ask the Archangel Raphael to help us heal any health concerns. I feel like I need to choose a card from this deck. Isn't that interesting? I'm choosing a card from the Archangel Raphael deck. The two Ascendant Masters that we've worked with is Mary Magdalene and Saint-Germain. And I'm following up now with a card from the Archangel Raphael, who I call the Doctor Angel. And the card I've chosen for us is Second Opinion. Isn't that interesting? Someone must need to hear this. Let me just read the card for you. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, please guide me to the best healthcare professionals for this situation. Now, there's nothing, we still have to use the doctors just because we're doing spiritual healing. I feel like we need everybody's advice, and then we take what we feel's right. Just because we're doing spiritual healing doesn't necessarily mean that we don't go to doctors anymore. It's like sometimes my guide said, you need to go to the doctor for this. You need to go to the doctor for this. So I'm often still going to the doctors when I need to. They told me the other day, go to the doctors and get your heart checked. And I said, I'm not going to the doctors to get my heart checked. You guys do it for me. And then I realized we're not living in, we have to do that. So I went and got a heart check, and I found out that I had it's called when you miss a heartbeat. Oh, it was 12 months ago now, so I've forgotten the word. Irregular heartbeat, which is actually no problem. It's not really a health concern, but they wanted me to go and have it checked, so I knew that I had it. So anyway, that was interesting. So they will often guide you to go to the doctors. But today, the card I've chosen is Second Opinion, and I'm just going to read the guidebook because I feel somebody needs to know this message. Let me just... Archangel Raphael has heard your prayers and is guiding you to talk to other health professionals to get a second or even third opinion. The Archangel is letting you know that opinions and alternatives are available to you. So somebody listening needs to know there are alternatives available. This situation may require more than one health professional working in conjunction with each other. So there isn't necessarily an indication to change doctors unless you've already been receiving that message from your own intuition and experience. This card validates your urge to take matters into your own hands and become your own authority figure with respect to your health. With that, I'm feeling that we do get guided though when there's a health problem going on. So don't ignore the guidance if the guidance is saying go to the doctor, but also be aware that their guidance might be urging you to do something else. So I will say that yes, guidance is often very good when it comes to health. So the last thing I read there, this card validates your urge to take matters into your own hands and become your own authority figure with respect to health concerns. So there we go. And the prayer down the bottom is, Dear Archangel Raphael, please guide me to the best healthcare professional for this situation. So I hope that helps somebody, because I wasn't going to particularly work with the archangels, but they did bring Archangel Raphael in as well. So we've had Mary Magdalene, we've had Saint-Germain, and we've had Archangel Raphael. Let's see who else we've got coming in today. Well, we have got another archangel, and this archangel is Archangel Haniel, and Haniel actually works with love. And Haniel also sending healing into our heart. So we had the violet flame in our heart. We had Raphael to heal any emotions or health problems that we may have, to help and assist us heal. Now we're getting Archangel Haniel, who is also an angel of love. Well, actually, Raphael is the doctor angel. Haniel is the angel of love, putting a transmission of love into our heart as well. So just accept the healing from Archangel Haniel into our hearts. Free will and choice to accept the energies of Archangel Haniel into our hearts. Now, interestingly enough, what I'm getting now is, seems like we're moving into archangels. I used to, let's just ask for healing also from another archangel, which is Archangel Haniel. Now, Haniel, I used to work with removing a kind of like blocks in our soul level. There's many things these archangels can do. Let's also ask for healing from Archangel Haniel. In particular, a soul healing from Archangel Haniel. I ask for a soul healing from Archangel Haniel. I ask Archangel Haniel to lift any burdens from my soul. Sometimes with relationships, we hold things, we hold things in from the past, or even, recent past, that are affecting us, and it can feel like it goes deep into our soul, even to the extent where it kind of blocks us. When we're being really hurt, it's almost like part of us shut down. It doesn't always mean it's going to shut down relationships in the future. It can shut other areas of our life down as well. So just for this moment, I'm going to ask the Archangel Haniel to do a soul healing for everybody, and to lift any burdens at a soul level that we might have been experiencing. With all these energies and healing coming to our heart, sometimes it's then ready for us. We're then ready to do a soul healing like this. So we're not always ready to heal the past, and that's okay. We can't force ourselves, or other people can't force us into healing and into being ready to heal, especially if we've been through something painful in the past. You can't always just rush and heal it straight away. You have to be you have to be ready to heal things as well. But with this transmission of energies that we received today already, first one being Mary Magdalene, the second one that we received, obviously I've said a couple of times, is Saint-Germain, and then this health healing with Raphael. Then, in addition to that, we've had a transmission of light from Haniel, Archangel Haniel, into our hearts. It may have energetically prepared us to heal something on a soul level that could have happened to us in relationships in the past, or anything else. I'm just saying relationships because it's Valentine's Day and we're working with our heart energy, but it could be coming from something else as well. But I feel like we're now quite prepared to do this soul healing, which means we're lifting a burden or something that happens that seems to be clogging or blocking part of our soul. So Archangel Haniel's come in combination with probably some other beings there, and our higher self, and we could say something like it's our free will and choice to receive the soul healing from the Archangel Haniel. And as I said, it will be helping to clear blocks and probably painful experiences from the past that's tended to block our soul level. When we're blocking our soul level, it's stopping us from moving ahead in some area. It's stopping us from, progressing in the way that we had hoped. because something has happened to us in the past, it's caused us pain and in turn blocked our soul energy. But they've kind of prepared us this evening with those various transmissions of energy. And now Archangel Haniel's appeared asking, would we like to release the soul block? Because it seems like we're all ready. And we can just say, yes, I'm ready. It's my free will and choice to accept the soul healing from Archangel Haniel. Now, we might not always know what they're healing, so that's why I just let the archangels take care of it, or the beings take care of it, because they will work out what particular thing needs healing. But I think we've all come to a point where we've all allowed this soul healing together tonight. So well done, everybody. They took us on a little bit of a surprise journey, I feel. I didn't realize it was leading up to this soul healing, but I'm very happy for that, because I can see that I also can benefit from that in my life. So I feel like it's more around relationships today because of Valentine's Day, but they did also mention Archangel Raphael doing some health healings for some people as well. Some of the blocks could have been health related. Anyway, let's just do that again. Archangel, well, it's my free will and choice to accept the soul healing from the Archangel Haniel. 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 Very good, everybody. Okay, we've got some big healing happening all of a sudden. So, if you've held sometimes we have had a painful experience or something's happened to us in the past and we hold it there, and that's okay because you get used to holding it. But when you're ready to heal it and you actually let it go, you can feel a little bit empty, almost like it's not like you want to bring it back, but you feel a little bit empty and lost because you no longer have that heavy energy hanging around you from whatever it was that happened. Because when you heal it, it's kind of like you let it go, and there you let it go. But I'm feeling an emptiness feeling because some of us may have been holding a particular block for a while and now it's gone. We can feel a little bit empty. So any empty feelings, I ask that it be filled with love and light. So that space where the energy, say you had something that happened to you, it's like a clump of energy, and then you release it, you can feel empty because that clump of negative energy is no longer there. So I would ask that we fill that any emptiness feeling with love and light. I think that's going to be very good for us. And I think that's bringing us to the end of tonight's healing. But I'm just going to go through and recap that quickly because it ended up being quite a bigger healing than I expected. So what we did this evening, we connected with, first of all, the Ascendant Master, Mary Magdalene. And she, I was told, has upgraded her energy or ascended. Now that she's on the other side, obviously she's ascended. She has connections to Atlantis also that I'm hearing, and she has quite a high vibrational energy. To start off with, Mary Magdalene sent us a transmission of energy to help us with healing. And then we said we accept that transmission of energy. It's our free will and choice to accept that transmission of energy from Mary Magdalene. Then we worked with Saint-Germain with the violet flame. We also accepted a transmission of energy from the violet flame into our heart. And we said it's my free will and choice to accept the transmission of the violet flame into our heart. We also quickly worked with the violet flame on the 4 levels, which was the physical, emotional, astral, etheric. Once we worked with Saint-Germain, we then asked that our higher self and the Archangel Raphael keep us in balance while we're doing this healing. Then we called in Archangel Raphael once again and asked to do any healing on any health concerns that we may have. I chose a card then from the Archangel Raphael deck. Then what did we do? We actually received some healing from Archangel Haniel, which was very interesting. Archangel Haniel also, which is the angel that works with love, Archangel Haniel sent us some beautiful energies into our heart centers. So we accepted the transmission of energy from Archangel Haniel into our heart. And then it seems as though we were ready to let go of an energy in our soul level that's been blocking us. And Archangel Haniel came in and helped us to release any blocks that we had been holding on a soul level. Amazing, everybody. I love how that's turned out. So the last bit was, I accept the soul healing from Archangel Haniel. No, actually the last bit was, I fill any emptiness up with love and light. Very well done, everybody. What a big healing. So the final bit of the healing was letting go of these soul blocks. And if you're feeling a little bit sort of empty and dazed after you let go, you ask to fill, F-I-L-L, fill any emptiness with love and light. And I ask my higher self to help me to maintain balance with this, because when you have a big healing, you can feel a little bit out of balance. So just remember, over the next few days, if you're feeling a little feeling like emptiness, just ask for that emptiness to be filled with love and light. If you're feeling a little out of balance and you think it's because of this healing, just ask your higher self to keep you in balance and harmonize yourself with the healing that's happened today. You may also need a little bit of grounding as a result of the healing, and it's probably a good one to listen to again as well, so you can take yourself through the process again. But very well done, everybody. I'm very happy with that. We must have all needed a little bit of healing around relationships, because I feel like some of the hurt and pain that we let go of had come from previous relationships. But that may not always be the case. There may be other things and other blocks in other areas of our life that were blocking our soul that we now have let go. So well done, everybody. Lee says here that she feels lighter. That's really good, Lee. I'm glad to hear that. Well done, everybody. So what I might do, I'm not going to stay on for very long this evening, but if anybody had a question, I do have my cards here. I'll just have time to answer one or two questions. If anybody had a question, just type your message there and I'll answer. If not, I'm going to leave you all tonight. I hope you've all had a lovely Valentine's Day, but I do have my tarot if anybody had a question at all. If not, I'm going to leave you all here. I've got a few wonderful workshops coming up. I've got the what's the one called that I've got? I'll have to get my calendar out. Hang on a minute. I haven't got my calendar with me at the moment. I know I've got the projection of light coming up, which is very exciting. The projection of light is the 28th. Sunday the 28th is the projection of light, which is a great healing my guides have given us to work with during this year. So you can join me for that Zoom call. And then the one after that is the World Healing, which is on Sunday the 7th of March, which I think is really needed at the moment. So they're the two that I've got coming up. And then there's a men's healing following that as well, which the last one was really good. I'm looking forward to doing the next one of that. So if there's no questions, I'm going to leave you all here. Thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you all have a, I better check my no, there's no there's no questions there. So thanks everybody for joining me this evening. I hope you've enjoyed that healing. Very good. I'm just going to check if there's anything else we needed to do. No, I do feel like that final step that we did this evening was asking us to fill ourselves with love and light. Fill ourselves with love and light after this healing, because once we release a soul block, as I said a number of times, we can feel this emptiness. So just ask that if you are feeling that emptiness, just ask to be filled. Ask your higher self to fill you with love and light. It's something that you kind of have to experience the feeling of it before you actually identify what I'm talking about. But I just want to repeat that because I've still got it in my head. Because we let go the final part of the healing was letting go of a soul block. And once you let go of that block, you can feel actually quite empty, even though it was a block and something like a memory or something that may have been painful that you let go of. You can feel quite empty when it's not there. And you need to sometimes ask that that emptiness be filled with love and light. Also asking your higher self to keep you in balance following this healing. And that's it. Josh has said, thanks, Tony, for the healing. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone, and much love and light. Thank you very much, Josh, for that lovely message. And on that note, I'm going to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day as well. Thank you very much to the Ascendant Masters, Mary Magdalene, Saint-Germain, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Haniel, Archangel Samuel for all their beautiful healing. Thank all our higher selves and guides for bringing us together. Thank you all very much for joining me. I'm so happy to do these lives. I'm really enjoying them all. And we're done. We're finished for this evening. So thanks very much. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. And we'll see you all again soon. Okay, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.